Braeden, hi.
Hi,
How are you? What's happening?
I'm good. Don't have to work today. Easy day today. I'm excited to be here.
Ooh, you're off today. What do you do on your off days?
I sleep in. That's like my. I mean, everyone's off day. You want to sleep in, and then I'll play,
Correct.
some music, go on a walk. I'm watching two dogs right now, so I'll take them around the block. Very chill, low energy day for me when I have an off day.
We love a good chill off day. What's been going on in your world? I feel like a lot's been happening with you. Talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing right now is my show Cruel Summer. It's about to come out on June 5th, and I'm real excited about that. I think we wrapped shooting that back in September of 2022. So it's been, months and months of waiting for this to come out. So me and the whole cast have been actually we've been getting together a lot recently and talking about it. We've gotten to see a couple of the episodes, and it's kind of taken over my life at this point because we're all just so excited about that coming out.
I was about to say September 2022. It's just now coming out on June 5th. Were you in your head like, all right, come on, let's go? Could this please just come out already?
I mean, when we finished shooting, we thought it would maybe come out in like November. Like we thought that the ball would be rolling. And then I think the creative decision behind it was it's a show called Cruel Summer, so we want it to come out in the summer, which makes sense. But for us in the cast, meant we had to wait a good 6, 7 months for it to finally happen.
That's so funny. I just thought about it, Cruel Summer, but then you don't want the show airing smack dab in the middle of winter. But I feel like TV, you can do whatever you want in
I
TV.
know,
You know what
but
I'm saying?
there's people that's their job. I'm not gonna step on their toes just because I want to see myself on the TV.
Essentially. No, you want to critique your acting, okay? We can always critique and be better.
Yeah.
That's how I would spin it.
Oh, it's like I've seen a few of the episodes, and I've gotten better at it since I've been acting. But I remember the first time I ever saw myself on screen, I like went in the other room and had a panic attack. Like it was like I can't. It's hard to not look at yourself and just nitpick everything you think you could do better or ways you could look better. But I've gotten better at it. I was able to watch the first three episodes without having a mental breakdown, so it was okay.
That's kind of like me on the radio. I feel like if I hear myself, I'll be like, why did I say that? You sound foolish. Like what are you doing right now? I can't listen like how a normal person would listen. It's crazy.
Or yeah, I mean, people will be sitting next to me and they'll watch and think I'm great and that I look great, and then I'll be in the corner in a fetal position, wanting to shut it off.
Are you like super anxiety ridden in general?
I mean, not really. I don't think so, but um, then again, like there are times when I've gotten that from people. I don't know. I view myself as pretty low key all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I got to trust other people on that.
So when did you know that you wanted to do this?
I was like 7, and me and my mom used to always just sit in bed and watch TV. Me and my mom and my sister, and we would always watch like the daytime television, like Army Wives and Desperate Housewives, like all the wives shows.
Mm-hmm.
We would sit in bed and watch, and I remember seeing a kid. I think it was. Actually, I don't remember the exact show, but I remember seeing a kid on TV, and he was like my age. He was like 7 years old, and I remember thinking to myself, like, that's insane. Like that is a kid work like he's not being himself, and I get to watch him on the TV. And so I think that was when I first decided like that's really cool. And then I always tried to look for opportunities to do it. And then when I was in middle school, I auditioned for like the middle school play,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I didn't make it my first year I auditioned. But I enjoyed the like act of auditioning so much that I didn't really care, and I was just excited to audition again next year. And I think that's when I kind of decided like this is what I really like to do, and then kind of went from there.
Do you feel like that next year when you audition, you really gave it your all?
Yeah, yeah, I did, and I found out. I booked one of the leads. I got one of the leads in my sixth grade middle school play, but I found out later that my mom had called the theater teacher who I'm still friends with this day. Shout out to Miss Galt. But she called Miss Galt and said, "Hey, my son really wants to try out for this. Can you just let me really give him a chance here? I think he'd be great if you really gave him a chance." So I don't know if it was my raw talent that got me that role or my mom calling ahead to throw me a bone, but yeah, I was excited about that sixth grade school play.
Was your mom friends with this teacher?
No, she wasn't. It was the first time they ever talked. I don't know how she got in contact with her, but I think just for the week before, I was so nervous and going over it all the time that I think my mom preemptively didn't want me to feel bad. And, she wanted to protect my feelings. So she was wanting to try to make sure I at least got like a background part in it so I wouldn't come home crying. But,
What part did you end up getting?
it was a play called Robin Hood, The Next Generation. And so I played Little John's son, and my name was Little John. And I still have that script for that play in my bedroom somewhere.
Listen, I think you probably got the job or the part with your own merit because listen, that teacher could have been like, no, he's no good. I'm not going to stink up my play for your kids' feelings. No.
I had to be at least a little bit okay.
You were saying you had anxiety for it. I guess going over the lines and rehearsing. Why the anxiety?
I think every actor experiences it where it's just like, or anyone in any sort of, art is, everything is based off of someone else's perception. Like whether you get a job, whether people think your painting is good or not. Like it's all based on other people. So it's, you don't have as much control. And I think that's just kind of creates anxiety. And, me being like 12 years old and being in middle school, which is the most insecure time of everybody's life. Like
I'm telling you.
I was so nervous about it, but and I still get nervous today. Like I have an audition later today and I'm freaking out about it because, who knows? I think I could do a great job, but, maybe they don't think so. It's all up to other people.
You know what's interesting? You say how it's all relative. That's why you really can't take it serious because you can have so much talent, but you just may not be what they are looking for. And it has nothing to do with you, how you deliver the lines, but they want the part to go to someone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And I've been on the other side of it. I've cast some things and directed some things, and being on the other end, you really start to realize like it's not one, casting directors are always looking out for you. They want you to succeed, and then two, like a lot of times it just comes down to, like you said, like you're just not right for the part. It's not that you're not talented. It's just we're thinking in a different direction.
You are super uber talented. You can play 6 instruments.
I can. Which I think it's weird. Like I love acting and acting is my passion.
Right.
But I do think like I have a God-given like gift just for music and in the way that like I pride myself on my ability. I can really just pick up any instrument and figure it out in a few minutes. And I play a lot of music and I make a lot of music, but for right now it's kind of just like I do it as a relaxing thing for myself. But I've always kind of thought it was ironic that the thing that I think I'm most talented at, which is music, is not like what I want to do as a career.
I mean, there are so many people that like act and sing, so you can dip and dabble in anything that you want to do, bruh.
I mean, I think my dream would be to like do a music biopic, like of a musician. Like that would be get to combine my two favorite things, and it would be perfect.
So we talked about it at the top, Cruel Summer. It's coming out June 5th. How did you get the part for that?
I think I auditioned in April of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it came in and it was like a next day self tape, which for actors it means like get this done now. Like you have like 24 hours to send in an audition. So I came home from work and you'll see in the show the character he's kind of rude. He's like an arrogant older brother. That was kind of the description I got of him. And so I set up to do this one scene where I'm arguing with my brother Luke. And I remember I think that this is what got me the part because I thought it was genius when I did it. I was doing the scene straight. It wasn't really working. I just didn't feel great about it. And then I thought to myself, like, what's the most aggravating thing an older sibling could do while you're trying to have a serious conversation with them and you're mad at them? And so I went in my pantry and I grabbed a jar of peanut butter. And through the entire scene, I'm just eating peanut butter straight out of a jar with a spoon. And I don't know why, but it like worked. It completely changed the dynamic of the scene and made it feel really good for me. And I sent that off. And like 2 days later, I got the call that they liked it, and I got the role.
I love that you went with your gut and your instinct.
Yeah, for sure. It's I don't know what I just felt like. If I was trying to argue with somebody and they pulled out a jar of peanut butter and started eating it while arguing, I'd be so mad.
Yeah,
And
because it's dismissing everything that you're saying.
so I don't know. I love talking about that because I think it's just a funny story, and I'm proud of myself for eating peanut butter in an audition.
No, that's great because I'm sure it made you stand out.
Yeah, I'm sure that if anything, they sent the tape up the ladder just to say this kid ate peanut butter in the middle of his audition.
That's brilliant. Let us know, what are you working on next?
Right now, I'm auditioning, and I finished a couple things recently where I'm on the other side of the camera, so that was fun. That will be announced and be coming out somewhat soon. But really, just kind of relaxing, preparing for the show to come out, playing music in my free time. That's about it.
Listen, much success. I appreciate you jumping on Zoom and even chatting with us, and I cannot wait to see the show.
Yeah, me too.
September 2022. I cannot believe that you've been wrapped for that long.
Yeah.
So what are they doing in the process? Are they just like editing and redubbing voices and stuff?
Doing some ADR and working on some stuff up until like January, February of this year. So they've been working on it, post production, and like I said, from what I've seen, it's really good, and so I'm glad that they took their time and made sure it was really good.
Well, we appreciate you chatting with us and chatting about the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Sure. Thank you.
Of course.